Focus on yourself, everything is energy. Life is a constant flow of vibrations, and every thought, every word, every action carries energy that shapes the reality you live in. Too often, people waste their energy chasing validation, comparing themselves with others, or living for external approval. But the truth is, the most powerful transformation begins the moment you turn inward and invest your energy in yourself. Your mind, body, and soul are like magnets. What you focus on expands, and where you direct your energy becomes your experience. Life is a reflection of what we choose to focus on. Every single thought we think, every feeling we hold, every image we carry in our mind sends energy into the universe. That energy multiplies and shapes our reality. This is why the saying, "Energy flows where attention goes," is so powerful. It is a reminder that what we water, grows. If you constantly give attention to problems, failures, and fears, you will see more of them showing up in your life. But if you direct your attention to solutions, growth, and possibilities, you will begin to attract opportunities that align with those thoughts. Many people live unconsciously, allowing their energy to be scattered on countless distractions. They scroll endlessly through social media, comparing themselves with others, and worrying about things they cannot control. All this attention fuels insecurity, envy, and stress. The truth is, wherever you place your attention, you are placing your energy. And energy is life. It is the fuel that creates your future. If you waste it on things that don't serve you, you are giving away your power. But when you learn to consciously direct your attention inward, towards your own journey, you begin to reclaim that power. Think about it: when a student focuses on studying, their energy goes into learning and mastery, which eventually brings success in exams. When an athlete focuses on training, their energy strengthens the body, and they achieve peak performance. Similarly, when a person focuses on negativity, their energy makes the negativity grow bigger, and they feel overwhelmed. The principle is universal. It applies to health, wealth, relationships, and personal peace. Another important part of this truth is mindfulness. To be mindful is to be aware of where your attention is going. Ask yourself, what do I think about most? Are my thoughts feeding my growth or my destruction? Am I giving too much energy to things I cannot control? The moment you become conscious of your attention, you begin to take charge of your energy. You can shift from being a victim of your thoughts to becoming the master of them. When you focus on yourself, your attention naturally shifts to things you can influence. Your health, your habits, your mindset, your goals. This focus creates a flow of energy that empowers you to change your circumstances. You become less reactive to external drama, because you realize that your power lies in what you choose to give energy to. Energy is not limitless, and each day you wake up with a certain amount of it. If you spend it wisely, you create progress. If you waste it on negativity, you end the day drained and unfulfilled. This keynote is not just about thinking positively. It's about consciously directing your attention to what matters. If you want to be successful, focus on your skills, your discipline, and your vision. If you want peace, focus on gratitude, mindfulness, and self-care. If you want love, focus on self-respect, kindness, and creating meaningful connections. The universe responds to energy. Your attention is the steering wheel, and your energy is the fuel. Together they decide where your life goes. So remember, energy flows where attention goes. If you don't like what you are experiencing, shift your attention. Invest it in yourself, in your growth, in your dreams. Over time, what you consistently focus on will expand, and it will become the reality you live in. Life is energy, and energy follows attention. This simple truth holds the power to transform every aspect of your life. Wherever you direct your focus, you are sending your energy, your life force, and your inner power. This means that the quality of your life depends not on luck, not on circumstances, but on where you choose to place your attention each day. Imagine your attention as sunlight. Wherever sunlight touches, growth happens. If you shine your inner sunlight on your dreams, your goals, and your personal growth, those areas will thrive. But if you allow your attention to rest on negativity, fear, and doubt, you will feed those things, and they too will grow stronger in your life. The law is simple: energy flows where attention goes. The challenge is that most people live without realizing how valuable their attention truly is. They give it away to distractions, social media, gossip, negative conversations, or comparing themselves with others. Without knowing it, they invest their energy in what drains them instead of what builds them. And then they wonder why life feels heavy, chaotic, or unfulfilling. But the answer is always clear: what you focus on expands. Think about how this works in small, everyday situations. If you constantly focus on what you lack, money, love, success, you create a mindset of scarcity. That mindset drains your energy and blinds you to opportunities around you. On the other hand, if you focus on gratitude, appreciating even the smallest blessings, your energy shifts to abundance. You begin to notice more reasons to feel grateful, and life starts opening new doors. This principle applies in every area. In relationships, if you only focus on flaws, mistakes, or disappointments, your bond weakens. But if you choose to notice love, kindness, and effort, your connection grows stronger. In personal growth, if you focus on excuses or failures, you remain stuck. But if you focus on possibilities, learning, and progress, your life expands. Wherever your attention goes, your energy creates more of it. Focusing your energy also means learning to be intentional. Each day you wake up with a limited supply of energy. How you spend it determines your results. If you waste your attention on anger, jealousy, or gossip, you end the day drained with nothing to show for it. But if you use that same energy on reading, practicing discipline, working on your goals, or caring for your health, you finish the day stronger and closer to your dreams. One of the most powerful practices is mindfulness, being aware of where your attention is at any moment. Ask yourself, am I focusing on growth or on fear? Am I investing in solutions or drowning in problems? Am I giving my energy to things I can control, or wasting it on things beyond my reach? The more conscious you become, the more wisely you direct your energy. Remember, the outside world is only a reflection of your inner focus. A scattered mind creates a scattered life. A focused mind creates a powerful life. That is why successful people guard their attention carefully. They don't allow negativity or distractions to steal their energy. They know their energy is precious, and must be invested in what matters most. So the next time you feel lost, overwhelmed, or unfulfilled, look at where your attention has been going. If it has been wasted on drama, complaints, or comparison, shift it. Begin to focus on yourself, your growth, your dreams. Direct your energy towards becoming the person you want to be. Over time, the power of your attention will transform your reality. Energy flows where attention goes. Choose wisely, because what you focus on today will shape the life you live tomorrow. We live in a world where people are constantly pulling at our energy. Family, friends, work, social media, and endless distractions compete for our attention every day. If you are not careful, you end up giving away all your strength to things that don't serve you, leaving yourself drained, frustrated, and unfulfilled. That is why protecting your energy is not selfish. It is survival. Just like you guard your money, your home, and your health, you must guard your energy because it is the most valuable resource you have. Too often, society teaches us that saying no makes us unkind, or that putting ourselves first means we are selfish. But the truth is the opposite. When you allow everyone and everything to drain you, you eventually collapse under the weight of demands. You cannot pour into others when your own cup is empty. Protecting your energy is not about rejecting people. It is about creating healthy boundaries that keep you strong, peaceful, and able to give your best where it truly matters. Think of your energy as a battery. Each morning, you wake up with a certain level of charge. Every task, thought, and interaction either charges you up or drains you. Negative conversations, gossip, toxic people, and unnecessary stress drain your battery quickly. Positive habits, inspiring people, meditation, and purposeful work recharge you. If you allow everything to drain your battery without managing it, you end the day exhausted. But when you consciously protect your energy, you ensure that your battery lasts for the things that matter most: your growth, your peace, your goals, and your loved ones. One of the biggest drains on energy is negativity. When you constantly surround yourself with people who complain, criticize, or create chaos, their energy seeps into yours. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, you feel heavy, stressed, and unmotivated. Protecting your energy means learning to limit your exposure to such environments. It doesn't mean you stop caring for people. It means you care for yourself enough to step away from what weakens you. Another way to protect your energy is through boundaries. Boundaries are not walls, they are gates. They do not lock people out, but they guide who gets access to your time, emotions, and mental space. When you clearly communicate your boundaries, you send a message: I value myself, and I will not allow my energy to be wasted. This is not selfish, it is strength. The people who truly respect you will understand and honor your boundaries. The ones who don't were never meant to stay in your life anyway. Self-care is also a vital part of energy protection. Taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge is not a luxury, it is a necessity. Just as your phone cannot function on a dead battery, you cannot function without renewal. Protecting your energy means making space for silence, meditation, reading, exercise, or anything that nourishes your soul. When you invest in your own well-being, you show up more powerful in every role, whether as a parent, friend, partner, or leader. The world often glorifies constant business, but business without energy leads to burnout. Protecting your energy allows you to work smarter, not harder. When you are aligned, calm, and centered, you achieve more with less effort because your energy is not scattered. It is focused. Remember this: protecting your energy is an act of love. It is love for yourself, love for your future, and even love for others. Because when you are strong, whole, and peaceful, you can give your best without resentment. You can inspire others not through exhaustion, but through the radiance of your presence. So stop feeling guilty for saying no. Stop apologizing for choosing peace. Stop thinking that boundaries make you selfish. Protecting your energy is survival. It is the foundation that allows you to thrive, succeed, and live with purpose. When your energy is guarded, your life becomes lighter, your vision becomes clearer, and your spirit becomes unstoppable. Every person lives in two worlds: the inner world of thoughts, beliefs, and emotions, and the outer world of actions, relationships, and circumstances. What many fail to realize is that the outer world is always a mirror of the inner one. If your inner world is filled with chaos, doubt, fear, and negativity, your outer world will reflect confusion, obstacles, and dissatisfaction. But if your inner world is calm, focused, and positive, your outer life begins to align with peace, clarity, and opportunity. This is the truth: your inner world shapes your outer reality. Think of your mind as a projector. Whatever images play on the inside will eventually be projected outward onto the screen of your life. If you constantly think you are not good enough, your actions will reflect that belief. You will hesitate, sabotage yourself, and miss opportunities. On the other hand, if you cultivate the belief that you are capable and worthy, your actions will carry confidence, and the world will respond to that energy. What happens outside is never separate from what is happening inside. Take the example of stress. If your inner world is cluttered with worry and overthinking, no matter how peaceful your outer environment is, you will feel restless. But if your inner world is grounded in calmness and trust, even in the middle of challenges, you will respond with clarity instead of panic. The power lies within. Change on the outside cannot last unless change happens on the inside first. This is why personal growth always begins with inner work. People often try to fix external problems without addressing the beliefs and emotions that created them. For example, someone might keep changing jobs, thinking the workplace is the problem, when in reality their inner belief of, "I am not valued," keeps manifesting the same experience. Another person might struggle in relationships again and again, blaming partners, when deep inside they hold the belief, "I am unworthy of love." Until the inner belief changes, the outer reality will keep repeating itself. Your thoughts carry energy, and that energy shapes your life. A mind focused on gratitude will naturally see more blessings. A mind trapped in complaint will naturally find more reasons to suffer. This doesn't mean ignoring reality. It means training your inner world to respond from strength instead of weakness. When you shift your thoughts, you shift your energy. When you shift your energy, life begins to respond differently. The key to mastering your inner world is awareness. Pay attention to the conversations you have with yourself every day. Do your thoughts encourage you or limit you? Do your emotions lift you or pull you down? Self-awareness is like cleaning a mirror. The clearer it gets, the more accurately you can see yourself and change what doesn't serve you. Practices like meditation, journaling, and affirmations help to align your inner state with your desired reality. It is also important to feed your inner world with positivity. Just as the body becomes what you eat, the mind becomes what you consume. Books, conversations, environments, and habits all influence your inner state. If you surround yourself with negativity, your inner world becomes poisoned, and your outer world reflects the same. But if you fill your inner world with wisdom, gratitude, and discipline, your outer life blossoms. Remember, success, peace, and love are not things you chase outside. They are states you cultivate inside. Once they are real in your inner world, they will manifest in your outer reality. Life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you are. So, if you want change, don't just fight with circumstances. Go within. Heal your thoughts, align your emotions, and strengthen your beliefs. When your inner world is bright, strong, and focused, your outer world will have no choice but to reflect that same energy back to you. We often believe that the most important resources in life are money and time. While they are valuable, there is a resource far more powerful, far more precious, and far more limited: your energy. Energy is your true currency. You can have all the money in the world, but without the energy to use it, life feels empty. You can have years ahead of you, but if your energy is drained, those years become wasted. How you manage your energy determines the quality of your life more than how you manage your time or money. Think about it. Money can be lost and regained. Time keeps moving whether you use it wisely or not. But energy is what gives both money and time meaning. You might have 8 hours in a day, but if you are exhausted, distracted, or emotionally drained, those hours produce very little. On the other hand, when your energy is high, your body is healthy, your mind is clear, and your emotions are stable, you can accomplish more in 1 hour than most people do in an entire day. This shows that energy, not time, is the true foundation of productivity and success. Your energy is also the currency of your relationships. When you bring joy, peace, and presence into your interactions, people feel uplifted. You create bonds that are meaningful because your energy adds value to others. But if you constantly bring stress, anger, or negativity, you drain not only yourself but also those around you. Every relationship is an exchange of energy, and the quality of that exchange depends on what you carry inside. One of the most common mistakes people make is spending their energy carelessly, as though it were unlimited. They give too much of it to toxic people, pointless arguments, and endless distractions. Just like spending money without awareness leads to bankruptcy, spending energy without awareness leads to burnout. Protecting your energy means budgeting it, being mindful of where it goes and choosing to invest it in what gives the highest return. For example, imagine energy as money in your bank account. Each thought, conversation, and action is a withdrawal. Some withdrawals are necessary. Work, responsibilities, caring for loved ones. But many withdrawals are unnecessary. Gossip, overthinking, worrying about things you cannot control. If you spend recklessly, your energy account will hit zero, leaving you exhausted. On the other hand, there are deposits. Exercise, meditation, gratitude, learning, spending time in nature, or surrounding yourself with uplifting people. These deposits recharge your energy account. When you make more deposits than withdrawals, you become rich in energy, and your life flourishes. Success is not just about working harder. It's about managing your energy smarter. Athletes understand this principle. They rest and recover to ensure peak performance. Leaders who inspire others guard their energy carefully, so they can show up with clarity and strength. Even in spiritual traditions, protecting and channeling energy has always been seen as the path to higher wisdom and peace. The truth is, your energy defines your presence in this world. People may forget what you said or did, but they will always remember how your energy made them feel. A person who radiates calmness and confidence influences others effortlessly. A person who radiates chaos repels opportunities and relationships. This is why mastering your energy is more valuable than mastering money alone, because energy is the currency of influence, attraction, and fulfillment. So ask yourself, where am I spending my energy every day? Am I investing it in habits that build me, or wasting it on things that break me? Am I making enough deposits into my energy account to live with strength and clarity? When you begin to treat your energy as your true currency, everything changes. You stop chasing meaningless things. You learn to say no without guilt. You become intentional about your habits, your environment, and your relationships. And slowly, your life transforms. Because your energy, wisely invested, creates abundance in every area. Remember this: money can buy comfort, time keeps moving, but energy is the power that shapes your reality. Guard it, invest it, build it. Because your energy is the wealth that determines the richness of your life. One of the greatest truths about life is that opportunities do not come to those who wait. They come to those who prepare. The world reflects the energy you carry, and when you invest in yourself, you naturally attract better chances, stronger relationships, and bigger successes. Self-investment is the foundation of growth, and it is through that growth that new doors begin to open. Self-investment is not just about money. It is about time, discipline, and effort. It means choosing to put energy into your personal development, your skills, your health, and your mindset. When you improve yourself, you change the frequency of the energy you give off. Just like a magnet attracts iron, your growth attracts opportunities aligned with your new level. You don't have to chase them. They come to you because your energy has shifted. Think of a seed. If left unattended, it stays the same. But if watered, given sunlight, and cared for, it grows into a tree that not only survives but also produces fruit. You are that seed. The more you invest in yourself, through learning, practicing discipline, and caring for your mind and body, the more you grow into the person capable of bearing fruit. That fruit is the opportunity, success, and fulfillment you seek. Consider skills as an example. A person who continuously sharpens their skills becomes more valuable in any field. Employers, clients, and communities are naturally drawn to someone who has invested in mastery. On the other hand, someone who refuses to grow eventually finds opportunities slipping away, not because the world is unfair, but because they have not invested in becoming ready for them. Self-investment also shapes confidence. When you spend time improving yourself, you begin to trust your own abilities. Confidence is magnetic. It draws people, respect, and opportunities toward you. Have you noticed how some individuals seem to be in the right place at the right time again and again? It is not luck. It is preparation meeting opportunity. They attract those chances because their inner and outer growth has prepared them for it. Another part of self-investment is emotional growth. When you learn emotional intelligence, how to handle stress, communicate effectively, and maintain balance, you naturally attract healthier relationships. People want to work with, and be around, those who radiate peace and stability. By investing in your emotional world, you not only protect your own energy, but also make yourself a source of strength to others. That strength becomes a magnet for meaningful connections and networks. Even in terms of health, self-investment is key. A body fueled with good food, exercise, and rest has energy to perform at its peak. This vitality shows up in the way you walk, talk, and present yourself. People notice the energy of someone who takes care of themselves. That energy becomes an unspoken message. I am disciplined, I am capable, I am ready. And the world responds by presenting opportunities to match that readiness. But perhaps the most important part of self-investment is mindset. If you invest in building a positive, resilient, and focused mind, no obstacle can truly defeat you. Life will always present challenges, but with a strong mindset, you see them as lessons, not as failures. This resilience itself attracts opportunity, because people trust leaders and partners who can stay steady under pressure. It is important to understand that self-investment is not selfish. It benefits everyone around you. When you grow, your family benefits. When you succeed, your community benefits. When you radiate positivity, everyone in your circle feels uplifted. The better you become, the better the opportunities you can create, not only for yourself but for others as well. So, if you want to attract better opportunities, don't chase them blindly. Instead, turn inward. Ask yourself, am I growing? Am I learning? Am I taking care of my body, my mind, and my spirit? Every hour you spend on yourself is not wasted. It is a seed planted for future opportunities. Remember, life does not give you what you wish for. It gives you what you are prepared for. Self-investment is the preparation. It is the work behind the scenes that makes you ready when the spotlight turns your way. And once you commit to investing in yourself, you will find that the right people, the right doors, and the right opportunities begin to appear, not by chance, but by the power of your growth. At the core of everything you do, every dream you chase, every challenge you face, every relationship you hold, there is one force guiding it all: energy. Energy is your life force, the invisible current that shapes your thoughts, fuels your actions, and builds your reality. When your energy is scattered, drained, or misdirected, life feels chaotic, heavy, and unbalanced. But when you learn to master your energy, you master your life. Mastery of energy begins with awareness. Most people live reactively, letting their energy be pulled in every direction by outside forces: work stress, social expectations, toxic people, or endless distractions. Without realizing it, they hand over control of their energy to everything around them. But true mastery comes when you take responsibility for where your energy goes. You become the driver, not the passenger. You begin to ask, does this thought strengthen me or weaken me? Does this habit drain me or build me? Does this person uplift me or consume me? These questions are the foundation of mastering energy. Once you become aware, the next step is alignment. Mastery is not about controlling every detail of life. It is about aligning your energy with your highest priorities. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned, your energy becomes focused like a laser, and focused energy is powerful. It can break through obstacles, attract opportunities, and create lasting success. On the other hand, scattered energy, like scattered light, has little impact. This is why so many people feel stuck. They spend their energy in 100 directions instead of one clear path. Another aspect of mastering your energy is learning to regulate emotions. Emotions are pure energy in motion. Anger, fear, and resentment consume enormous amounts of energy, but rarely create positive results. Peace, gratitude, and determination, however, generate energy and propel you forward. Mastery means not being controlled by temporary feelings, but choosing to channel them productively. Instead of exploding in anger, you pause, breathe, and redirect that energy into problem solving. Instead of sinking into fear, you use that energy as fuel to prepare and take action. Emotional mastery turns reactive energy into constructive power. Your physical state is also deeply tied to your energy. A tired body produces low energy, while a nourished and active body produces high energy. Mastering your energy requires honoring your body through rest, movement, and proper care. Think of your body as the vessel carrying your energy. If the vessel is weak, the energy cannot flow freely. But if it is strong, your energy can expand into every area of life. Equally important is spiritual energy, the connection with meaning and purpose. When you align your energy with something greater than yourself, your values, your vision, or even your faith, you tap into an infinite source of strength. People who live with purpose radiate energy that inspires others. They do not burn out easily, because their energy is not just personal, it is connected to something deeper. The ultimate sign of mastering energy is inner peace. When you are no longer shaken by every opinion, no longer drained by every challenge, no longer pulled by every distraction, you have reached a place of true mastery. From this state, you can handle life with clarity and strength. You make better decisions, attract healthier relationships, and live with greater fulfillment. Remember, life is not just about managing time or chasing goals. It is about mastering the energy behind those goals. Because when your energy is right, the right opportunities, people, and experiences flow naturally into your life. So, if you want to master your life, start by mastering your energy, protect it, align it, strengthen it, channel it toward growth and purpose. Once you do, you will discover a freedom that no obstacle can block and a power that no external force can take away. For when you master your energy, you truly master your life.